So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. In our previous video, we began detailing the story of Nollywood actress Tonto DIKEH, how she lost her mother at the age of only 3 and was raised by her father and stepmother, how she graduated from school, got into a reality TV show that gave her a step into acting, and how she rose, how she dabbled into music and all the controversies that she was involved in, how she had a couple of relationships that didn't work, and how she met Olakunle Churchill at a nightclub, and 3 months after she was pregnant for him, and how they got married 4 months after discovering that she was pregnant, that is 7 months after they met, and how that marriage crashed less than a year after their wedding. And not just crashing in the most bitter, scandalous, ugly, hostile and explosive divorces ever witnessed on social media. So what happened? The termination of this very short-lived marriage was initiated by Tonto DIKEH herself, and she would later take to several interviews to disclose the bone of contention and the reason why she called it quits. First, a faulty foundation. Well, it is not news at all that Tonto and Churchill married very quickly. So soon after they met, they were married. Tonto claims that she did not know anything about this guy and that he is a serial marrier. That the same patterns that happened with her was the same thing he did to his ex-wife. She disclosed that Churchill and his ex-wife dated for only 3 months and were married for 6. And then he just walked out on her, walked out and left her.
His first wife had the same problem. I'm his longest relationship and marriage. Wow. His first wife got married for 6 months. He's a serial marrier. He's a bigamist actually, because his first wife, they dated for only 3 months. It's a pattern. 3 months, married for 6 months, he ran away. He dated for 7 months and we got married for only 10 months. It's a pattern with this man. The same complaints I have are the same complaints that she had. The only thing is that he could not, she's actually a taller person, so they didn't come to physical combat, but everything. I mean, this man was so broke, he couldn't even afford even feeding for this girl, the first wife. Yet he stood up, left her in the house, never said a word to her, did not come back to that house again. Until today, she never saw him.
She claimed that he was a very phony human being. Secondly, deceit. Tonto DIKEH revealed that Churchill, that the whole marriage, the whole wedding, everything was premised on lies, baseless, needless lies and deceit. That Olakunle Churchill lied to her that he is the son of the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, when his father was Obasanjo's gardener. That's Churchill's father was a gardener in Obasanjo's house, a worker, a staff. And he lied that he is Obasanjo's son. She said that during the course of the marriage, she was wondering, how can I be married to a whole son of a former president? Shishi, I'm not seeing the lifestyle. The lifestyle is not corresponding with the status. What is going on? She said that the man told her that Obasanjo is very stingy, that he doesn't give. His hand is very, very tight-fisted. And she too had heard something like that about the man, so she believed that it was only after the divorce that she truly got to know who her father-in-law was.
He was a stranger to me. Till today, he's still a stranger because I don't even know where he's from. Because he lied so much on Obasanjo as my father, he lied so much on Obasanjo's people, my people, that I know that when I caught him, he was so embarrassed. So we never brought up that topic again. It was only this picture of his father.
Yeah,
This
that
picture
one.
of his father was given to me. This is the first time I ever saw this man was after we divorced. I never even knew that he had stepsisters or step family. I never knew that his father has other family, or he even has brothers and sisters. The first time I got to know about this man was through a DM message that his stepsister sent to me. Said, "This is my father."
3, that she sponsored her wedding. Before we proceed here, a quick reminder, I don't think we've done it, to hit the subscribe button. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been wondering, should I subscribe or not, or where is the subscribe button? It is down there. Hit on the subscribe button. It does help, and it also gives you the opportunity to get notified whenever we post, so you don't come in here later and say, "Nessie, I didn't know you have posted." Turn on your bell notifications. Grab a copy of our book. It is now up on Amazon, so you can go to Amazon and search Nezeville and you'll find our book. So if you do not want the soft copy, hard copies are now available, and that book will teach you so much, from distinguishing between abuse and marriage inconveniences and learning how to deal with either of them, from the power of self-reflecting before taking. Sometimes we can make permanent decisions due to temporal situations. So the book is very deep. It covers everything: marriage and relationship, self-building, healthy boundaries, healthy realistic boundaries, not having your head up in the clouds. So it's a very powerful book. Grab a copy now. All right, so let's go back to this video. So Tonto DIKEH was accusing Churchill, her estranged husband, of having her sponsor their wedding, from paying her bride price to paying for everything that was used on that wedding day, from the food, the drinks, canopies, everything, down to paying for his flight to attend his own wedding. That she was the one that paid for it. Down to the clothes that he wore, the uniform that they wore on the wedding day, even the room that they graced their post-wedding consummation, that they broke their matrimonial conjugal meeting. She said that it was paid for by another man, that Churchill didn't bring shishi to contribute.
I said something about me paying for my wedding, and that was true.
Yes.
From my bride price to the whole wedding, and that's true. The truth is, he can say we never had a wedding because he never paid for a wedding. I paid for the wedding, paid for his clothes, paid for his flights to come for his wedding, paid for the room he slept with me, on the bed he slept with me on the wedding day. I paid for that too. Actually, another man paid for the room. Yeah. I had to pay. I was just calling because I knew I was getting married to a broke man. I have to finish up this because this is the proof of that I paid for my wedding.
Okay.
These are phone conversations, WhatsApp conversations. You can see his number there. These are WhatsApp conversations of me asking him to bring me back my money.
She also went further, accusing Churchill of total marital negligence, describing him as an evil narcissist and a good-for-nothing person. She said that he left her financially in charge of everything, footing all the bills in the home, including feeding and clothing him. Hey, Jesus. She said that all of those gifts that she was coming to social media to brag, my husband bought me this Lexus, my husband got me this Prada, this Prado, voicemail, that she was the one that bought it by herself with her own money and presented it on social media, posted it to make him feel like a man.
Churchill never added any value to my life. The other way around, not that I didn't gain money by marrying him. I lost money spending on him. I lost money marrying him. I lost money feeding him. I lost money clothing him. So there's no gain. There is no gain. His name is not worthy to even elevate me in the society in any way. So there's no way that I will come out to say, okay, I want to lie to tarnish this man's image. The image that you have, I gave it to you in the first place because nobody knew who you were.
The phone, the diamond necklace and the diamond ring.
He never got me a diamond necklace. My push present was not from him.
She accused him of fraud, that he is a fraudster. That the whole time, because the money, the income of fraudsters comes seasonally, I'm quoting her, that the whole time they were married and they were dating, he was broke. And that he lied to her that he's into IT, information technology. But the IT is Yahoo IT. That he was a 419er making a living from scamming people.
The whole time. That is what Yahoo does to you. That's what this 419 thing does to you. It does not make you save. You do not reinvent your money. You just win your money, because they stay out of money for so long. Like now, he's out of money. I know that. I know when he is. I read him like my palm. He's out of money now. So he was totally broke. But he never told me he did Yahoo. And I never suspected that he did Yahoo. Or he told me that he was into IT. I never had the slightest clue. Just like now, even till now, he's my ex-husband. He still does not have a name. Everybody calls him Tonto DIKEH, ex-husband. So if he was caught, or he's caught by any law, I would be in trouble. So there is no way I would stoop low to marry a fraud person, a Yahoo boy.
Tonto DIKEH went further to accuse Churchill of being diabolical, using jazz. I think they call it Yahoo Plus. Yahoo, normal Yahoo, I think is the one that they use their head. Yahoo Plus is the one that they integrate with a touch of juju and jazz. Oh yeah. According to Tonto DIKEH, she said that she snuck up on Churchill one night, one eerie night, and he didn't know that when she entered the room, she found him seated on the floor in the middle of his room with red candles and paintings surrounding him. And that even his mother was just as diabolic as he is. That the mother would come into her matrimonial home, into their bed, into their room, to put different things, put charms and all of that.
The day I found out for real that he was Yahoo was in the middle of the night. He had not come back home that day, and I had gone to sleep. I did not know that they had already opened up the door for him to come into the house. So I heard some noise upstairs. So I said, oh, let me check up who is there, because I didn't expect that anybody was going to be upstairs.
Okay.
I went in and I saw my son's father, unbelievably, sitting down in the middle of red candles with a red pant and a laptop in his hand. You see, when Churchill said that my marriage was actually like a script, he was not lying. That was the first day I actually confirmed it. I know that he's diabolic because he has like a little drawer above his clothes cabinet where his mother would sneak in. The only time I actually really got offended with his mother really was anytime she snuck in jazz into my home. Anytime she snuck in into a fetish artifact into my...
Next, Tonto accused Churchill of infidelity. Not with just one woman, but with several women during the very short course of their marriage. She said that he would chase and sleep with anything and everything in skirts. But most notably, she cited her husband's affair with her colleague, who was his personal assistant at the time, and who they were claiming they had a brother and sister relationship. Rosie Moreau. She claimed that they were having sex, they were intimate, they were dating, they were having an affair. And that at some point in their marriage, he and the lady traveled for a month. That is Tonto's claim.
I've caught him with so much of this sexual things that this one you're talking about is really nothing. The only reason why it hurts is because it was from my industry. The reason why I couldn't have female workers is because of him. He sleeps with anything and skirts. The day he dropped me off at the airport to travel to America, he was driving my car because he doesn't have any car in Nigeria. Anytime he's here, he drives my car and he lives in my house. We were from my house that night. We went to the airport. As soon as he dropped me, he went straight to Festac. And that's where that girl, the actress girl, that's where she lived.
And then there were the allegations of domestic violence also, showing photographs and videos of her battered face and bruised eyes. Tonto claims that Churchill beat her so badly, to the extent of her bleeding, to the extent that she ran to the Nigerian embassy in Ghana almost naked. And that it was in one of these incidents of domestic violence, of him beating her, that she lost her second pregnancy, her second child. That he pushed her down the stairs and she fell and lost the child.
At the time in Ghana that this man literally beat me, I was bleeding. I said it before and I'm saying it again. I ran into the Nigerian embassy almost naked. But we did meet the lady behind the camera who took the pictures. And she told me, to say, yes, she came in bleeding and her clothes were torn. So they confirmed it.
She said that at that point, she didn't even know that it was domestic violence. That she didn't know that it was abuse, because whenever he hit her, she would break all his belongings and burn his clothes and his personal items. And she saw it as being even, as do me, I do you retaliation. She didn't realize that she was being abused. Those were her words.
The thing about domestic violence is that some women are strong. When you hit me, I hit you. When you push me, I push you. You feel like you're fighting your friend. You won't even, because sometimes you get so deluded that you will not even remember that you are being abused. It's like, oh, you know what, you did me this, I did you back. Because then when he hit me, I would go, the only thing he cared about were his clothing, were his properties. It's a physical thing. So I would go and gather all those things. I would either burn them, or I would either break them, or I would make sure that he felt the kind of pain that I felt. So in my mind, our pains were equal.
Oh.
That's why the domestic violence thing did not sink in on time, that I was being beaten. If my mind was like, no, he did me that, I did him back, look at him. That was, you understand, that was the whole idea, but it was much more than that.
Tonto also accused Churchill of neglecting his parental responsibilities and duties, saying that the only things, she listed all the pieces of items that he had ever bought their child since the child was born, and that the only things that he had bought for their baby was a few pieces of onesies, few pieces of clothes, a necklace, and a portrait picture. And she said that, God forbid, she lets her son bear the name of a man who is not responsible, playing his part in his life, that she has yanked off Churchill's name, and that her son will bear her name, her maiden name. And so she converted the child's particulars to reflect her name.
I just wanted the world to see this piece of jewelry right here. 1, 2, and 3. These are baby clothes. These are baby clothes. And this. These are the only ever things that Churchill has ever bought for his son. Since the day I gave birth to my son up until today. The first birthday, nothing. Second birthday, nothing. Third year birthday, nothing. So this is a man who is constantly lying on Instagram that he's taking care of his son. These are the only piece of that a father has given to a 3-year-old son. Everything my son has is from me.
Again, Tonto DIKEH accused Churchill of being the infamous 40 seconds man. In fact, prior to Tonto, it was 2 minutes at least. the mileage was a bit longer. When you want to describe that kind of thing, you say 2 minutes man. Tonto DIKEH is reputed. She is in the World Book of Record known as the person that reduced the mileage to 40 seconds. She accused Churchill of being a 40-second man that could not satisfy a woman. In fact, she said that was the reason why she never suspected him of being unfaithful and all of that. That how can a man who is sexually impaired, according to her, still be chasing women? She said that Churchill, 40 seconds max.
The first time when I met him, cheating was never a problem because he had a sexual problem. He has premature ejaculation. And it's a very shameful thing, a man that can spend up to 10 seconds inside a woman. It's a very shameful thing. So in my head, this guy has a disease. He knows he has a sickness. He's going to be ashamed.
She concluded by saying that they fought throughout the marriage and that she left the marriage 3 times within this last 10 months of marriage. That she left when the marriage was 3 months. She left when the marriage was 5 months, and then finally left when the marriage just clocked 10 months. And he would beg her, and she would go back. And then the cycle would begin again. It was a whole lot.
Even before I left, like 3 times I've left the marriage.
So during this time, he had his own room?
Yes, we had separate rooms because I've never lived with anybody before, apart from once when I came into Lagos.
Churchill responded. According to Churchill, He refuted the claims that Tonto made, saying that he was not financially responsible for his home. He said that he did take good care of Tonto, that he provided.
When I sent her out of the country, and I've always been there for her. I took proper care of her. I took proper care of her, and it's not that I'm trying to brag. I'm just trying to tell you that there was no bad times.
Reacting to the allegation that she paid her own bride price and single-handedly sponsored their wedding, he also refuted that, saying that yes, indeed, he was not in the country during the wedding arrangements and preparations, but that later on, after the wedding, when Tonto started putting pressure on him to give her back her money, that he refunded her a sum of 10 million naira, which was part of what she spent for the wedding.
Please, community, which I paid a bride price. Okay, I met you 3 months before you took him. I was not living in Nigeria. You took him 4 months, gone. I took you to Port Harcourt. I paid the bride price. I flew you out of the country. You came back with a baby. They even stayed in my family house in Texas. I flew my mom in, my surgeon uncle from London. We took care of you. I took proper care of you.
He also denied being a fraudster, saying that he is a legitimate businessman and his reputation from his organization far precedes him, and that he does not do fraud, neither does he do voodoo or yahoo. Reacting to the allegations of domestic violence, which Tonto DIKEH really centered on.
My name is Tonto DIKEH. I am a domestic violence victim. I'm a survivor.
He swore that he had never laid a finger on her, that he had never hit her, that he does not beat women. He claimed that those bruises, those marks, those things that Tonto DIKEH was showing to the media, that they were all makeup and paints. That how can he hit a woman that just gave birth, that she gave birth via cesarean section? How can she say that he hit her just a few weeks, a few months after she gave birth? That he is not that kind of man.
CS. I mean, come on. I mean, someone who had an operation. How do you, I mean, can you beat that kind of person? Someone that was going through the healing process. Can you touch that? I've not even touched a woman before. Can you touch that kind of person? First 3 months, she was going through the healing process. I was mostly around to assist. Then the other half of the 6 months, that's the other 3 months, I went back to work. I saw the picture, I was shocked. I saw red. If they eat, you won't see it black. It's called blackhead. Pure lies. Go and check the pictures. I mean, that was, it was made up. She called the makeup artist.
And that Tonto is just a really vile and vengeful woman who would stop at nothing to destroy him, to ensure that he is pulled down and his brand is tainted for life. That is exactly who Tonto is. He said that Tonto, as a matter of fact, was the aggressive and abusive one, and that Tonto hit his mother and pushed his mother down.
But the main issue was what happened in my mom's house. Do you understand? I think she doesn't want all of that to go out. That's why she started blackmailing me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was a total mess. Well, the dissolution of their marriage came and went really easy and fast because they only had a traditional wedding. So they didn't have to go through the whole process of dissolution in court and court hearing and trial and all of that. No, it was pretty easy. And besides, Tonto claims that she paid her bride price by herself. So even that angle of returning bride price was skipped. So they dissolved the whole thing, moved out of each other's lives, and moved on with their lives. Tonto moved on with her son, King Andre, while Churchill will then go ahead to marry the lady, the Rosalind of a lady that Tonto accused him of cheating on her with during the course of their marriage. They now have 2 kids together.
It's irritating to the ears. It's just like saying, are you sleeping with your brother? Like I said again, and I repeat myself, this is someone that he's a mentor to me. This is someone I look up to. His person, he has a very good heart. There's no one that wouldn't want to be identified with someone that has a good heart, someone that gives a helping hand. Me, I'm very certain that being managed and being under Big Church Group Foundation, I'm very sure of a very bright future.
DJ, can you play me? That's my favorite song from my in-law, Davido. She called me brother. I call her sister too.
Call me brother, I call her sister too. Holy ground with me I run to brother, I call her sister.
But if you were thinking that going their separate ways will bring an end to the feud and the bitter hostilities that existed between these two, then you best think again, because Tonto DK and Olakunle Churchill will constantly take to social media to haul insults on each other, back and forth, back to back. In this post, Tonto even went further, in addition to the array of accusations that she had earlier disclosed in several interviews. She went further in this post to allege that Churchill is a homosexual, a faggot. This is how she put it. You wake up one day and discover that you are married to a bisexual man. What would you do? I walked out. For those of you who say, God forbid, well, I hope you know that 60% of the men you or we marry sleep with men. Or you all are still casting and binding for change? And then she laughed. Of course, she has only been married once. So saying that she was married to a bisexual man, it only pointed to one person, Olakunle Churchill. And he took to social media to fire back. And he said, Nigerians should not succumb to the temptation of anyone using my name, Churchill, to trend. Idleness gives room for pointless reaction. Focus on your career and leave me the hell alone. Churchill is the new Nollywood. The script attached to a 6 months of staying together as partners turns 20 years of bad marriage experience. In fact, despite the record says it was a 10-month marriage, Churchill claims that 10 months, for 4 months, he was not around. So basically, they were together for just 6 months. He said, sweet-coated with humongous lies, trust Tonto DK to always be ready for a clapback. And she said, this one has serious brain damage. I talk about X, and this 40 seconds cow thinks he's the only X. Born fool. Go and sit down, dummy. You were just a word in a chapter. Although you are the bisexual X I was actually referring to. And then she laughed. This was just the tip of the iceberg. If you were familiar with Tonto and Churchill's drama at the time, you understand that this one is just small. They're literally pulled up. There are no kinds of words they do not use on each other on social media. Tonto would wake up one morning and start with Churchill on Instagram, insulting him in every way possible, even down to his family. It was very crazy. So Tonto added the prefix King to her name and started going by the name King Tonto. She called herself Mama de Papa, saying that she does not need any man to raise her son, and she would dress like a man to represent her son at his school, at school activities like open day, like inter-house sports, and she would come made up and dressed like a man. Tonto really is a drama queen. And she would wish herself happy Father's Day shading her ex-husband. On every Father's Day, you have to be ready. Then you have to be ready for Tonto and Churchill's Father's Day drama, because Tonto would wish herself Happy Father's Day, and the man Churchill will come on social media to wish himself Father's Day for his son. It was drama after drama. Well, Churchill claims that Tonto adamantly refused him access to his son, despite a court order granting him same. He would take to social media to pen birthday messages and sweet words to his son. Like this particular one, he said, "It is with the deepest and sincerest love, not just as a man, but as a father, that I celebrate the one after my heart. Today marks the blessed day that my son, King Andre, breathed his first air in the world. On this special day, there are some things I would like to share, even though my heart feels so heavy to say this, but it's basically to shed more light to the darkness created by bitterness. Son, it is very imperative to speak to you at this point. It's important to know that no child came into this world by means of one entity. It's always through the coming together of a man and a woman. In addition, I want you to know that you have a father and he's right here with you. I am here for you, irrespective of challenges and situations between the union of myself and your mother. The same blood runs in us. Nothing can change that. No one can change your name or turn your face away from me. King, you are my son, and the love that exists between us is immeasurable and inseparable. This is my prayer for you." And then he went ahead praying for his son, and he said, "I love you with every fiber of my being, and I promise to continue the fight for you, because it is a good fight, and by the grace of God, we are winning. Happy birthday, son. Your dad, Churchill." Tonto DIKEH would take to social media to describe Churchill as a deadbeat father. She claims that she had once provided a neutral number that he could reach away from her if he wanted to find out or check up on his son, but that he never did. He didn't check up to know how his son is faring, but he would rather take to social media to pen all of these. They were in and out of courts, from one legal process after the other, one court battles after the other. Churchill sued Tonto DIKEH for 500 million over the claims that she made in that 2019 interview, saying that she defamed him. Tonto DIKEH also dragged Churchill to a family court for child support and other related issues, saying that despite she did not need his money, she needed it to be on record. Churchill's lawyer at a point had to issue a cease and desist notice to Tonto DIKEH, demanding a public apology for some remark that she made online. But trust Tonto. Tonto came out to call his bluff and said, "Do your worst." It was draining. It was exhausting for onlookers, for people on the outside. So you can imagine what it could have been like for the parties involved. Tonto DIKEH and Churchill rode on with the deepest animosity and vindication for each other, turning a failed marriage into a public blood spot, and leaving the one person who paid the dearest and biggest price, their son, in the middle of their mess. So, how did this deep-rooted, soul-consuming hatred and bitterness lead to where we are today? In the next video, which is the last one, the last part, we will conclude on this very powerful story. So stay glued for that one. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you are seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up, drop all your thoughts down in the comment section, and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. Don't forget to join our premium community, where we discuss a lot that would help shape your life and your mind. The link is down below, or you can scan using this code, or you can just join here on YouTube if you don't want to go to another platform by joining the exclusive community down in channel memberships. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.